Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to. Wait, hold on. This ain't Booming a Banner. This is Last Fan Standing. For those of you who don't know, I'm Callum, Kaza, whatever name I use on the internet. I'm the third. I don't know how many faces this channel has now. It probably has more faces than Flaming Mick Foley by now. But today, I've been kindly asked by our head chief editor, head chief champion, I've got to sadly say, because he is still the Michael Cole heavyweight champion of Last Fan Standing. But today, I'm going to give you in no particular order, I've got to say this, my top 10 favorite wrestling matches of all time. Now, I've been watching wrestling on and off since 2001, so I've got quite a lot of material to work through. So at match number 10, this was quite a hard one when I was writing the list because the man in question has quite a few decent matches under his belt. So what I've chosen for my number 10 is Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon, the King of the Ring 2001. Yes, that street fight. Why have you chosen? It's honestly, it was trying to find a Kurt Angle match that I can remember off by heart and is actually quite memorable. I could have easily chosen his match with Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton from WrestleMania. I could have easily chosen his match with Shawn Michaels, even a match that he had with a certain Beast in an Iron Man match. But I have chosen his match with Shane McMahon. Why? Probably because it is the most memorable WWE match Angle's had. And because I probably because I like my wrestling a little bit more hardcore than some of the rest of Last Man Standing. For match number 9, now this is it's not your typical WWE match. My number 9 is from Fear and Loathing 8. So this match is actually from 6 years ago, and it's for the most prestigious one of the most prestigious titles in actually Scottish wrestling. This time, I have chosen Drew Galloway, now Drew McIntyre, versus Grado from ICW's biggest show of the year, Fear and Loathing 8 from 2015. This match is basically a David versus Goliath story. Now, Drew Galloway had walked into the SECC as world champion after holding the title for well over a year. And Grado, he's the pucky young babyface trying to take the title off him. This is basically the Daniel Bryan story, but based in Scotland. That's how quick I can kind of briefly describe it. But honestly, this match was the main event of the first actually proper Scottish wrestling I actually got involved and actually got to see live. Now, the only reason I got to see it live is because ICW kindly streamed it on their Facebook page. But honestly, if the match ends up on the network, I would kindly go and watch it. So for my match number 8, I've actually chosen the Men's Royal Rumble match from 2020. Now, it's only for 2 main reasons, but you can probably guess why. 1, the return of the Radar Superstar Edge. Sorry if my neighbours heard that. And 2, because Drew McIntyre won. That's the only 2. That's the only 2 reasons. What else is there to explain apart from? Well, heck, you can watch it for yourselves. For match number 7, I've chosen Ricochet versus Will Ospreay from Best of Super Juniors 2016, their first ever encounter. The match that broke the internet, and I'm sad to say it's a match that Jim Cornette hates, but sadly I actually kind of like it. 1, because it's one of the first matches I've actually seen that actually introduced me to New Japan. It's one of the matches that actually introduced me to Ricochet, which if you look at where their careers have ended up, it's mostly helped Osprey rather than it's helped Ricochet, but I digress. But then it is probably one of the best, how would you describe it, lucha strong style matches there possibly is out there. Now, if you do have the time, go and watch it, because you might start enjoying that style of wrestling if it's yours, and you can probably see why New Japan decided to push Will Ospreay to the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. For match number 6, I've gone away from New Japan. I've gone away from WWE. I have chosen Kevin Steen versus El Generico, Final Battle 2012. Yes, ladder war for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Why? Because it is brutal, it is bloody, and it's the match which William Regal actually told Triple H, sign these two men now. And what happened 6 months later? Both of them arrived in NXT Developmental, give or take. But honestly, this is probably one of the Ring of Honor matches. And it is probably the Ring of Honor match. Apart from a certain phenomenal one and a certain Punk, that made folk want to watch Ring of Honor. Match number 5. A match probably not many folk have seen, but it is Dante Fox versus Killshot from Lucha Underground Ultima Lucha 3, I believe, and it's the Hell of War. Basically, Lucha Underground's version of a 3 stages of hell match. First fall, first blood. Second fall, no disqualification. And third fall, an ambulance match. As the stages suggest, it is bloody, it is brutal, it is Lucha Underground in a nutshell. I was potentially going to choose another Lucha Underground match, but there's still another 4 matches. You never know what will arrive. It is pro wrestling after all. Match number 4, TLC 2, WrestleMania 17. The Dudleys versus the Hardys versus Edge and Christian. Potentially the best tag team match WWE has ever produced, on the best ever pay-per-view WWE has ever produced. And why is it the best? Honestly, the match speaks for itself. And why is it special to me? Because it's the first WWE pay-per-view match I can remember. That's why it's special to me. For match number 3, Shawn Michael from WrestleMania 25. Why? Because it's one of Undertaker and Shawn Michaels' best matches. Their match from WrestleMania 26. I could have chosen their, but for me, Mania 25 match they have ever had together. Of Shawn Michaels versus the evil of the Undertaker. But honestly, both men were on equal levels. For number 2 in my top 10, I have chosen the X Division 3-way from TNA Unbreakable 2005. Yes, AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe. The only 5-star match TNA has to offer in its last 20 years worth of history. This match is basically the definition of what the X Division was in TNA at the beginning of their long and storied career. The essence of this triple threat match can literally be found in the foundation of it. It's a true clash of styles where all 3 men were at their very best. AJ Styles being the athletic one, Samoa Joe bringing the power, and Christopher Daniels being savvy and all the combination of the 3. And match number 1, Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. For the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. There's 3 matches I could have chosen, but the one I have picked is Dominion 2018. The 2 out of 3 falls match where Kenny finally beats Okada. It's a match that had been going on for about 18 months worth of storyline. And it is the cherry on top of potentially one of the best matches New Japan has ever had. Because 6 months later, AEW was born.